Well, hello. First vlog of the week, and it's Tuesday. I know, how remiss of me to miss a day. Oh well. So, how has this week been so far? Fairly busy at work. There's been a few major issues with a couple of families which have been a bit heavy. I mean, I'm used to it, but I still don't get used to things going wrong for families, when things aren't sorted out for them, like housing and care. I'm a bit bunged up today, a bit sort of heady. I don't know why. Hope it's not a virus. I think it's just due to temperatures, low temperatures, and maybe pollen. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, work has been a bit heavy, and yeah, I can't go into details, you know that. It's just really annoying when things don't go according to plan for people, and departments fail people. And that's kind of what's happened. Yeah, I don't even know what happened yesterday, to be honest. It's all a blur by now. But I can say that tomorrow I'm working from home because we are closed at the office due to electrical works taking place, which means power supply cannot be guaranteed for the whole day, basically. That's what we're being told, but they tend to overblow things. They did that with the crumbly concrete survey. The disruption was 20 minutes and it was minimal. And I'm sure this is going to be the same for this electrical works as well. But we've decided to shut the office today, for Wednesday, and on Friday as well. But I'm off on Friday, so that's good. I've managed to get the day off. I've got my niece coming over at the weekend. That's Sophie Stock, the artist. So we're hosting her. She's got an event in London that she's attending, so she's staying with us overnight on Saturday. So that'll give me a chance on Friday to do a few bits and pieces, which is good. Maybe even get the front garden sorted as well. Yeah. So yeah, working from home tomorrow and then back into the office on Thursday. I don't really enjoy working from home. I don't have my own space, my own sort of private space away from Paul, because Paul has to work as well. And he'll be here tomorrow. So even though my job's busy, the surroundings that I work in tend to be fairly quiet most of the time because we only have designated clinic days when appointments take place. And it's pretty well organised. People come in, they go into their appointment, they leave, then the next people arrive. It's pretty well spaced out and well organised. Occasionally there are busy times where there are physically a lot of people in the space. But most of the time it's just me, the computer and the phone, which is how I like it. And I get a little bit narked when people are a little bit noisy in reception, especially if I'm on the phone trying to focus. So yeah, I like to work alone. So I'll probably be sat here on the sofa, which won't be great for my back, but I'll try to sit up. And I tend to prop the computer on a cushion to bring it up, to eye level. So yeah, I'll just have to manage. But I'm probably going to do what most people do when they work from home and get a couple of chores done. Mm. Everybody does it. We all know it. People take breaks when they want to. I didn't during the pandemic. I used to sit there like a good boy and wait. And after like a couple of weeks, I used to think maybe I could do a chore, but felt terribly guilty. I'm not going to feel like that tomorrow. I'm going to do a wash. I'm going to do a couple of things around the house. I'm going to do some vacuuming. As long as I've got the phone with me, I'm on call. That's how I'm going to look at it. Well, I mean, they've inconvenienced me, frankly, because I prefer being in the office. So I've had to bring a few things home with me, the diary, some notebooks, my computer, the phone. So I'm fully equipped. Yeah. Anyway, I'm waffling now. Weather-wise, it is dull, breezy, feeling cool. Not been much sun today at all. A little bit of rain. Very light rain. A few big drops, but nothing significant. Very uninspiring. And I've seen in the news a couple of reports saying we're due 50 days of rain in the UK. Not sure how anybody is forecasting that, because I don't think that's possible. But yes, they're saying that we're in for a really poor summer, and I have been saying that for a while, just through my own observations of how things sometimes tend to be. I mean, I don't really like summer that much, but I want to have some warmth, and I want the house to warm up. Hey ho, what can you do? What are you going to do? I'm going now, I'm waffling. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, good evening. It's Wednesday evening, and it's been a beautiful day today. Wall-to-wall sunshine, a few clouds, no rain. It did get a little grey earlier, but that seems to have gone. And I've worked from home, and I've hated every minute of it. It's difficult because I think I mentioned I don't have a setup. And the other thing to consider is that I use a mobile phone, and there are certain areas of the house that don't have reception. I know, London. You also have to think that these walls are old and quite thick and solid. There are certain areas of the house that doesn't get great Wi-Fi either. So I can't set myself up on the dining room table or anything like that. Besides, it's too dark in there anyway. So I've been on the sofa here all day, which kind of is, I don't know, it's a little demoralizing. You sort of feel like you're working, but you're slobbing out on the sofa at the same time, which is a bit bizarre, a bit odd. And I guess also there's a little bit of memory of lockdown as well, which I hated in terms of having to be at home all the time. I do prefer to be at work. And also, it's warmer at work because it's been bloody cool in the house today, even though it's been sunny. Mind you, the sun's just gone in, so there is a little bit of cloud gathering. And they're forecasting a drop to 8 degrees this evening. It was definitely cold last night because there was condensation on the windows. Still, we're in the middle of bloody summer now. Well, we're not in the middle of summer, but we're at the beginning of summer, for goodness sake. Anywho, so I've just been tidying around because the place was looking a little bit scruffy and needed a vacuum. So I plumped cushions and just had a tidy around, cleaned the loos. I've just put some lemongrass essential oil on to freshen the place. So, and Paul's putting something together for dinner now. I didn't have a great night's sleep last night, and something quite odd happened, which I have since explained. Rewind, last night, don't know what time it was the depths of the night. It was certainly dark, very dark. And I was woken up by this noise. And you know that state where you've just woken up and you're not really sure what's happening, but you can hear something which doesn't sound normal? Well, I could hear this noise and it kind of sounded to me like an aircraft going over low, but it didn't sound like a jet. You know, what you've got to realise is that the planes from Heathrow have to take off pretty quickly and they have to go quite high quite quickly to minimise the noise. So they climb quite steeply and they're gone pretty quickly. You've seen them on my videos. This noise sounded like a plane that was low and that was taking a different pathway to usual. We know the takeoff. We know how that sounds. You hear them approach, they go over, and then they're gone pretty quickly. The noise dissipates quickly. This noise seemed to dissipate over quite a long time. And I was kind of awake to hear it go into the distance very, very slowly. And it just didn't sound like a normal plane. And of course, my first thought was, oh, that was a UFO. Take me now. Take me with you to your far-off galaxy. And I thought this morning, I wonder what that was. Paul said, oh, maybe it was a car. I said, no, that was not a car. Definitely not. And then I saw that the D-Day flypast had happened. So I thought maybe it was one of the planes taking off early for some reason to go down to Portsmouth for the D-Day flypast. Yeah, it was probably that. So I had a little search, tried to find out which plane it was and couldn't find anything. And then I came across a Facebook group which was for RAF Northolt, which is just up the road, which a lot of planes do fly from, very often private jets or royal jets. And I saw that somebody had posted about this small, low-flying aircraft doing midnight manoeuvres to test ground equipment, which apparently is done on a regular basis. And it showed the flight path and, sure enough, came right over Hanwell in the early hours of the morning. So I pinpointed, I had the explanation, which I'm pleased about. I still would prefer if it had been a UFO and they'd have taken me to a galaxy far, far away where I could wear Princess Leia buns and a white dress. No, not really. I'm just being silly. It's not really a fantasy. Anyway, so yeah, that was interesting. Quite enjoyed that. So yeah, work has actually been quite dull today. I know. Had to work from home and work was quiet. I mean, not dead quiet, but quieter than usual, which was bizarre. And the other piece of news that I received this morning was that there was absolutely no need for any of us to work from home because the electrical works were actually postponed on Monday. But we weren't told. The other side of the building, which is a different service, who manage the site, were informed of this on Monday and neglected to tell us. So as you can imagine, my service manager is not terribly happy about that. I'm not terribly happy about it either, because we cancelled several appointments, shut down the service, and told everybody to work from home. Anywho, communication is key. Yeah, that's all I shall say. And with that, I bid you adieu to year and year and year. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's Friday morning. And we've just got back from a walk at Kew Gardens. And for those of you who don't know, that is the Royal Botanic Garden in London. And there was a specific reason why we wanted to go to Kew. Well, certainly why I wanted to go to Kew. I wanted to see the Marc Quinn sculpture exhibition, which is currently on at Kew. So there are several sculptures dotted around the gardens, and I think we saw a few of them, maybe not all of them, but I hope we did. I found them fascinating, absolutely fascinating. So naturally we took you along, so I will show you that now. Here you go, this morning at Kew Gardens. Good morning, we are at Kew this morning, and it's a rather beautiful morning. There's Paul, there's the orangery, and just over here, sorry to swing you around so quickly, is Kew Palace, looking absolutely glorious in the morning sun. Shame about that van that's parked there. Doesn't that look splendid? So the reason for our visit today is that we are having a look at the Marc Quinn exhibition, which is a sculptural exhibition, and we're here to have a look at that. So we've come for early opening. We actually arrived about 9:30. Sorry about the plane noise, we're on a flight path here. And yeah, look at this. Isn't that glorious? So yeah, we're here for the Marc Quinn exhibition, and we have to find the sculptures. Okay there, Paul?
Yeah, say what they are.
Oh, we've seen those before, haven't we? Look at the purple of that.
And the bees.
Beautiful. So let's seek out this exhibition, because that's the reason that we're here.
Is it?
Yes, it is, Paul. I told you that.
Oh, look at that. That's lovely. Look at that ground cover.
Anywho, let's continue walking.
Oh, look.
Wow. That's beautiful. Goodness me. It's enormous. We're going to go and have a look at the rose garden, see what that's looking like. Such a beautiful morning. So here we are at the rose garden. There's just blooming roses as far as the eye can see. And there's a sculpture right in the centre. Gosh.
They suffer from the rain though.
Yeah, I guess they'll need some
There's a lot of people.
regular care and attention, don't they?
There's one person deadheading behind us, two over there.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, isn't it? But just so many roses.
But not as spectacular as normal.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I do. I love that one.
I think it's...
Centre, not oranges.
Looks like a boiled egg. Yeah. Let's go and check out that sculpture in the centre.
Are they all supposed to be like alien ants and things?
It's art, Paul. It's whatever you want it to be.
Well, it looks like an aggressive female sexual form, the ones at the other side. It's mixed with alien. That giant bird, maybe.
Well, what do you think it is?
A giant bird.
Well, then that's what it is to you. Yeah, I mean, it does look as though something has landed, doesn't it? I think it's absolutely incredible how the light plays off it. Amazing. It's like liquid metal. Like it's just been poured into shape. Quite amazing. So there's another range of these sculptures, and they really play with reflection, obviously, and light and distortion. It's very interesting as you move around. I love them. Over here. Look at that blue sky. Such a beautiful morning. Over here, I'm fascinated by them. I think it's really beautifully executed. There's a fluidity, a liquidity about the metal working. And it's just so interesting how the reflections just really distort everything and place objects and trees in against backdrops that are not normally seen. It's fascinating. Almost looks invisible. Almost looks like glass at certain points. Very clever. Now I've got to find Paul. He walked ahead of me. Oh, I think that's him in the distance. And then you've got the pagoda in the sun. It's very beautiful this morning. So lovely. This is the lovely thing about being a member. You get early access from 8 o'clock. I mean, we got here at 8:30, but there's hardly anybody here, which is really lovely. I mean, you have this Royal Botanic Garden as your playground. I mean, what more can you ask for? Beautiful. So it really is worth the money. I'm not sure how much we pay per year, but it really is worth it to us. Hope you can hear me. It's really worth it to us because we do come quite a few times. Look at the colour of that tree. Can you see that? Beautiful golden brown with the light coming through. Hope you can see that. Yeah, we come at least a few times a year, and that, If you paid for individual trips, it would cost a lot more. So it really is worth it. And, you know, you can walk at a relaxed pace. You know, you can avoid the crowds. We know the quieter areas of the gardens. Mind you, no, there are no quiet areas because you've constantly got plane noise. It's the only drawback in West London. The Heathrow flight path, and this is the landing path that Kew is on. So the planes are landing at Heathrow, so they're getting very low. Look at that. Just a beautiful scene. Right, I'm going to find Paul and I think we're going to sit down and have a little break. So here we are at the pagoda with the beautiful dragons. I was just saying to Paul, we're just having a sit down. There is a constant stream of planes that come in. There's another one. And one wonders where they fit them all. Because they're coming in every, 30 seconds? Well, that's what it feels like.
It's a good 4 or 5 minutes between them.
Really?
Well, generally. But I mean, it is the busiest airport in the UK.
That's not 4 to 5 minutes, and I can already hear another one coming in, Paul. Look. You can hear it. That's not even 2 minutes. Surely.
Well, if you're still filming, you'll be able to find out.
I know, I'll be able to look at the counter.
But they land, and then they brake, and then they shoot off.
I know, but but they don't take off straight away again, do they?
No, but there's 2 different sets of, what do you call it?
I don't know, I can't hear you.
Landing things.
Runways.
And this is a busy time because this is when a lot of the big international planes are coming in. So it is a busier time and maybe a bit later in the day.
Okay, so it's a busier time in the morning. Hello, Big Bird.
Big crow. I wonder if it has any concept of dragons.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
It might have a memory of olden times when dragons used to rule the world.
So this one's a bit different. We just come across this lovely little woodland which is filled with foxgloves all the way back. Beautiful. And the other lovely thing about Kew is sometimes you find areas you've never been to before, like this beautiful little glade. Hello, gorgeous. I haven't got anything for you, I'm sorry. Oh, there's a few of you. Is that mummy and babies there? Hello, mummy and babies. Oh. Have you got used to people feeding you? Hello. So there you go. So I didn't vlog yesterday. Thursday was a work day. Paul went down to For Earth's Sake and got back around 7ish. I made dinner last night. We had a lovely pasta, which was good. And yeah, the rest of today will be doing a few bits and pieces around the house, putting all this together, developing photographs of Kew for our socials, and also doing a little bit of preparation because my niece is coming down tomorrow. So yeah, I've done a few bits already, but just need to have a tidy round. And yeah, I think we caught the best of the day because it's going rather cloudy now. So it was good that we got out first thing this morning. I didn't want to, I have to say. It was a bit of a push. But yeah, I've enjoyed my day so far. So I better get on. There's lots to do. I'll see you later. Good morning. It's Saturday morning. We've just had breakfast. It's about, 9:45. I've been up since, I think it was about 6:20 when I got up. And I had a bit of a headache. I woke up with a headache, so I think I was a little bit dehydrated. But that's gone now, which is fine. So I got up, made some tea. I went straight upstairs with my tea to continue editing this. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I said before, my niece is coming today to stay overnight with us. So there's a few things I need to do still. Quick vacuum round, a little tidy. I've put a wash on as well, which I've hung out. So that's all good. Yeah, just a bit of pottering around. We've got a video Sunday chat as well. I have to fit that in at some point. So yeah, that's it. There's nothing else to say really. I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog, and I will see you tomorrow for Sunday chat. Bye for now.